Hello, everybody. My name is David Claussen with English-quickly.com. And every week I do a quick English lesson about the best things from the week. Movies, music, travel, infographics, and just some cool things that interest people, that people like or are interested in, and then we can learn a little English with that. During this broadcast, this English lesson, feel free to call me on Skype. I will give you my Skype number here in a minute, and then that way you can learn English and interact at the same time. So let me share my screen here, and then I will show you my let me see here if I did that right. Just want to double check. I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me do that one more time. So let me find the right one. Let's go here. Let's see if that works. So if I go over, okay, so I'll make this bigger. And so, like I said, my name is David Claussen, and on Skype, my number is dclaussen_2. So dclaussen_2, and I can then talk to you on Skype. I am broadcasting from the United States. Here is Colorado, Denver. I'm just outside of there in Golden. And let me take a look, see if anybody has any questions. You can also type in if you have any questions. I'll type in hello, and this gets broadcast and stored on YouTube so you can watch it later if you would like. So, it's just a fun way to learn English. So once again, if you have any questions, call me on Skype, dclaussen_2, or you can just leave me a message here, say hello, and I will find out if I hear anything. So I think we are ready to go. Let me double check the sound and everything. So, okay, let's get started. All right, we're going to learn English from the number one video, or excuse me, the number one movie of the week, which is called The Hunger Games: Mockingjay. And it's already made $123 million. Not bad, huh? And basically, Mockingjay is science fiction, they call that. When it's not real, fiction means it's a story, and then science is, when they do things in space, or in this case, an older type society. And so this is the third part. It's a big trilogy, they call that. And so I'm not going to read the whole plot because that would take too long. So when they say plot, they're talking about what the movie is about. And in this case, they're talking about rebellion. So if you look here, let me hit escape. So the synopsis, Katniss Everdeen leads the districts of Panem in a rebellion against the tyrannical and corrupt capital. So it's a rebellion. Let's look up that word rebellion. So if I type just making sure this was done. So rebellion definition. It is an act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler. So when you go against the government, you rebel. The action or process of resisting authority, control, or convention, those are all rebellions. And so that's what is happening here. There is a rebellion as the war that will determine the fate or the future. So if we type in fate, we can see it's kind of your destiny or your luck or your fortune or your future. Things that'll happen beyond your control. That's the fate. So by them having rebellion, that will determine the fate or the future of who runs Panem. So it's a science fiction movie that deals with a rebellion against a very bad or capital or government and stuff. So it's real popular. You've probably seen it, The Hunger Games. And it's interesting to look at the here is the actual book. If I type in for the let's see, the movie of the film, you can see they spent, the budget is $125 million and they've already made $134 million. So the money is, or excuse me, the movie is making some good money. All right, let's go over to the top music of the week. And last week we talked about blank space. I've talked about all about that bass before. So let's look at this Take Me to Church, which is interesting because it came from Ireland. Okay, so Take Me to Church is a song by Irish recording artist Hozier. And it's interesting how, his lyrical interpretation, lyrics are the words of the song. So Take Me to Church is a metaphor. Metaphor is giving it a name of something else. So let me type in metaphor. So it's a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable. That's hard to know. So it's like a comparison. It's symbolic of something else. especially something abstract. It's a symbol. So the church, he's comparing his lover to religion. So, you know, it's like a religion, you know, how he treats her. Take me to church. My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral, knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped her sooner. Let's play a little bit. So, you know, his lover's like a church. He does everything for her. So let me repeat it. So you can see, I'll play a little more in the middle. So religion and the lover have many things in common. So I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. So to worship, let me show you a picture. So to worship is you kind of pray for or ask for a lot. That's to worship. To worship. So you worship your lover. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me the deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. So give everything to your lover. So basically, you give everything to the person that you love. And that is the number 3 song, Take Me to Church by Hosier. I think you pronounce that. I'm not exactly sure. All right. So moving on. It's interesting. If you look at Wiki Travel, I saw this. They come up with their specials. We've done Off the Beaten Path with Japan, Cuisine of the Month, a TV tour, and I saw this UNESCO Creative Cities. So if you click on it, what they do is they have these creative cities network. So in craft and folklore, design, film, gastronomy, which means food, literature, media arts, and music, they list these cities with great themes. So UNESCO cities with craft and folk art. So if we look at like pottery here, Native American pottery, we have from Santa Fe, New Mexico. So it's kind of cool. So craft and folk art, we have these cities right here. If we look at design are your buildings, what they look like. So here we have Berlin, the interior of the glass dome of the Reichstag in Berlin. That got cities of design, which with great, cool buildings. For film, we have Bradford, England, and Sydney, Australia. So for movies and stuff. And for gastronomy, city of gastronomy, here we have South Korea, China, Sweden, and then Colombia. And they profile this food here, Korean cuisine. And I have to take a look at that. Let's look at I'm going to type this in and see what we come up with for a picture. And that does look very delicious with the different ingredients or things, involved in there. Let me click on it and I'll look at some of the food. Here it is famous for its cuisine. Cuisine is food. Bibimbap is one of the most famous Korean dishes native to this region. Bibib means mixing and bap means rice. Served in the traditional brassware, it consists of rice with seasonal stir-fried vegetables. So these are the vegetables: carrot, bean sprout, radish, spinach, and zucchini. So that looks very delicious as a UNESCO. I got to go back here. Cities of gastronomy or food. Literature, when they talk about literature, they talk about books. So these are cities with great books or things to read. Cities of media arts. So when they do things with computers, music, that's media art. And then cities of music: Bologna, Italy, Ghent, Belgium, United Kingdom, and Seville in Spain. So it's kind of cool. You see the auditorium here in Glasgow, which is in Scotland, is the city's largest indoor concert venue. So kind of fun. They call these themes creative cities, done by Wikipedia. And below this video, I will put these links when I have the video just below so you can check them out for yourself. All right, and talking about literature, we have the best-selling books, the #1 books. And this week it's Captivated by You. So Captivated by You is written by Sylvia Day. And, it's kind of a dark fantasy. Gideon calls me his angel, but he's the miracle of my life. My gorgeous wounded warrior. So warrior is a soldier, so determined to slay my demons while refusing to face his own. So, we're dealing with warriors and demons. Let me kind of point that out for you. So if they say warrior, this is what they're talking about, kind of demon, fantasy, struggle, fight. And then if you type in demon, these are kind of demons, evil things inside of you. So it's a kind of a fantasy type book that deals with warriors and demons. So if you like that genre, it was the #1 book of the week. Captivated. To be captivated, to be captive means a person who has been taken prisoner or an animal that has been confined. So you're kind of like a prisoner of somebody. You're captive of that. And that's the title, Captivated by You. You're kind of imprisoned or drawn in by them. All right, now our infographic of the week. Being present makes you happier. So to be present means you are aware, to be aware of what's going on. So if I type in aware, having knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. You're kind of aware, you know what's going on. Being present makes you happier. So our minds wander a lot, meaning our minds go in different directions. So here's our mind. 40% of the time we are thinking about something other than what we are doing. So you want to think about what you're doing. So if you're brushing your teeth, instead of thinking about something else, you should think about brushing your teeth, enjoying your teeth. Working, we tend to wander our mind. Conversation, how we talk, our mind wanders. And then sex, of course, our mind doesn't wander as much. It only wanders 10% of the time. So, you know, we're happier 65% of the time when we are present, when we are focused, when we are in the present moment. So you want to concentrate on what you're doing at the moment. Even in traffic, you will still be happier paying attention to your experience. So you'll enjoy traffic more if you are paying attention to it than if your mind is wandering. If your mind is wandering, you tend to be more angry. It reduces means to make less stress. It improves your memory. Sporting performance increases your concentration and even helps you to sleep. Here's some scientific evidence, science that shows to be present or aware of the moment. And golfers, if you golf, you do better by being in the moment. And even on tests, if you are present, you do much better on tests than if you just get nutrition. It was even found to be as effective as pharmaceutical drugs in treating insomnia. So it can even be better than drugs. And there's literally hundreds of ways to be present to make you a happier person. So that's pretty cool. You'll have to check this out, this infographic, and I will put the link below this video so you can check it on out. And our photo of the week, I was having a hard time getting it yesterday, so I'd hope I would get it. Let's see if today we can. Here we go. All right, so we have this big bird. These are called pelicans. This is a pelican. And so thousands of brown pelicans find a safe place to nest on South Carolina DeVoe Bank, one of the largest pelican rookeries on the Atlantic coast. So South Carolina is in the United States in the southeast. Let me focus out. So this is South Carolina, and that's where the photo of the day for these pelicans are. So if I'll just type in pelicans so you get an idea. Pelicans. Wonder if you have them in your country. Pelicans. You can take a look there. So photo of the day, the bird bank with the pelicans. And our word of the day is called a valve. This is a valve. A valve can be different things. Usually it's a mechanical device that controls the flow of liquid gas by opening and closing. So if I type in valve, you'll see that like water valve, valve. Now this is a valve. We'll call that like a water valve. You can have a valve in your body. So you have a medical valve. You have a device for musical instruments, like trumpets. Okay. So there's different things that this valve can apply to, and that's our word of the day. So let me type in one more time. If anybody has any questions on Skype, you can, I'll be here just a couple of minutes, dclaussen_2. You can call me on Skype, or you can leave a message if you would like. I'm going to put in the links so that you can check out the things I covered. Links of the week. I'll put that in. So here is the for the movie, which was The Hunger Games. Type in links. And then we have, I'll put the song, Take Me to Church, pop song of the week. I'll put in the UNESCO creative cities that you can check out. It's fun to learn English from. I'll put in the book of the week, Captivated by You. Here is the infographic of the week, to be present. Photo of the week with the pelicans. And the word of the day, which is called valve. So that will go on the link if you want to check them out and learn from them. And I will also set up the show for next week. So I'll make a new live event and learn English from best things from the week. I'll set that up for, we're going into December 7th. I'll do it at 7 a.m. my time. And you'll be able to, I'll make that public. Create event. So if I click on it, you can see 6 days, 23 hours, and 30 minutes from now. So if there aren't any questions, I will, let me end this presentation. So I hope you learned a lot from this week. It was kind of a fun week. If there aren't any questions on Skype or anywhere else, then I will see you next week. The link is posted, so you can click on it for next week's show. And thank you so much for watching, and have fun learning English. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.